Hi everyone! I hope you are having a beautiful and lovely day today. This is your Valentine's Day tarot reading. I've never done this before. I've never done a spread like this before. So we're going to see how it goes. I did get this Lover's Tarot deck last year on Valentine's Day as a gift, but I've never used it. So I thought today it would be a nice way to kind of crack it open and just kind of a nice fun thing to do for you guys. So I've already kind of pre-shuffled the cards, but I'm going to do a little bit more. And we are going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to try to make sure this isn't like an hour-long video. So we are going to start first with your energy and the energy of whoever's thinking about you or whoever you're thinking about, okay? So let's go ahead. What is your energy for Valentine's Day? And what is the energy that represents whoever you're thinking of or whoever is thinking of you on this day? What is your love energy for today and the energy of whoever you are thinking of or whoever is thinking of you for this day? So for your energy, you have Temperance. And for the energy of whoever is thinking of you, you have Death. Okay, so if you're thinking, I don't really know Zodiac very well, but I do know that Death can represent the Scorpio and other fire signs or other water signs, I mean. And I'm going to take a look at this very handy book that comes with it. Right off the bat, with Temperance and Death, it's kind of like if you're seeing like this kind of angel and death, like these images together are very big, very they're huge images in philosophy, in thought, in religion. So it makes me feel like whatever this relationship you are dealing with is probably one that has to do with something that's big, something that's really important to you. The person who you're thinking of or who's thinking of you probably has brought some changes into your life, or you're looking to make a huge change in your relationship in some way, whether that's starting a relationship or ending a relationship. You're really just trying to see some big change in that area. You're trying to let go of some things that maybe sucked, and you as the way and you as who you are, you're a little bit more patient. You're kind of waiting for them to make up their mind about something. You're waiting for them to kind of get on your level. As we said, we have 14, 13 kind of going backwards. So you're kind of waiting for them to catch up with where you are so that you guys can move forward together. Like if this is a relationship and maybe somebody who's like kind of not as ambitious as you are, or not as mature as you are, or not as established in their life as you are, and they're going through some really big changes, but you're very much in a point where you're like, okay, I understand that that's where you are, and I still care about you, and I can wait. So I'm going to check out the book and see what the book says about Temperance. And with Temperance is ruled by the sign of Sagittarius. It symbolizes the dynamic of continual change. A great winged angel pours liquid back and forth between two vessels. This beautiful figure is at home in the heavens as she is upon the earth, for her wings can lift her up into spiritual realms. Yet she stands firm in a fertile land, forever blending the contents of her twin chalices. Temperance is linked with Sagittarius, the sign of the higher mind and universal awareness, and just as this sign blends animal and human attributes, Temperance unites male and female qualities. She is the essence of harmony. The spiritual serenity is the highest gift bestowed by the angel of Temperance. You are aware that you do not have all the answers, but this doesn't make you anxious. Instead, you continue to progress, calm in the knowledge that everything is unfolding just as it should. You're particularly drawn to groups at this time. Socially and creatively, you benefit from spending time with others who stimulate you intellectually. For the blending energies of Temperance should be applied to the wider context of your life. During a time denoted by Temperance, you may find yourself part of a new group of friends or colleagues. If you're alone, one of them may come to mean something special to you in the future, or perhaps introduce you to individuals who will be important figures in your life. If you are involved, you and your partner may both need to spend time with groups of friends now. Mental stimulus is one component of this card, but its Sagittarian link means that this takes an intuitive form. Philosophy and religion are subjects which may attract you now, for you are seeking an initiation into a wider world. 14, the number of temperance, has fascinating mystical associations which are relevant to you now. It represents the most fertile day in the menstrual cycle, when the blending of masculine and feminine may result in conception. You too are at a point of inner union and fertility, when much may be established for the future. You do face a challenge. The inherent harmony of temperance is imbalanced now. You're restless, yet you cannot channel your energy into anything constructive. Ask yourself whether you're being fair and impartial in your judgment of others. One-sided arguments, distorted views, and irritability are likely manifestations. It is a time for temporary withdrawal in order to regain your balance. And the next card we have is Death. The ruling sign is Scorpio. Death embodies the concept of change, transition, and regeneration, a chilling and implacable figure. Death's presence is an inescapable phase of life's cycle. His skeletal appearance is a stark reminder of our physical mortality. Death is linked with the universal archetype of the Dark Mother, who devours her children without remorse or pity. Paradoxically, death affirms rebirth and the promise of the soul's eternal life. This is symbolically underlined by its ruling sign Scorpio, which also rules sexual passion. Death is linked closely with the astrological sign Scorpio, which rules the 8th house of the zodiac wheel. This house governs matters of sexuality and death and represents that what we receive from the outside world. When signifying a partner, death denotes someone whose love for you is deep and powerful. Your sexual connection is profoundly passionate. Together, you may experience the transcendent physical love which has so often been compared to dying. Shades of obsession, of lack of all control, may frighten you when you perceive them in this partner. His or her influence upon you resembles an enchantment you are unable to resist. The charisma and sexual presence of this person exudes the charisma and sexual presence of this person exudes affects you in a way you have never before experienced. A partner symbolized by this card represents an inescapable and fateful encounter. The individual may not be powerful in themselves, but his or her effect upon you will resonate throughout your life and inexorably shape your future. When you're challenged, your partner may be very lost or troubled. They may be dealing with ongoing depression, physical weakness, or a traumatic experience that could be preventing him or her from living life to the full. And yet this person is secretive and unwilling to take action to improve matters. They're locked inside a private world. Your partner may be unable to reach out for the love and compassion he or she badly needs. Sometimes death reversed signifies irrevocable loss. If you've parted with someone when you received death reversed, accept the loss now, for this individual could never bring you happiness. Allow yourself time and space to grieve. Professional counseling could be helpful at this time. Okay, so those are your representative cards, and I'm just going to pull 3 more cards for each, and I'm going to go ahead and pull them before I read them. So we're going to start by pulling the cards to see what your thoughts of each other. Like, what are you thinking of this person? How do you feel about this person? And what are they thinking of you? How do they feel about you? So what are your thoughts about each other for today, for Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2019? You have the 9 of coins, and he is the 8 of coins. So again, we have this kind of downward progression, and I do promise that these cards were shuffled, and as you can hear, they are still being shuffled. And then I'm going to ask what you want from each other. So what is it that you want to receive from one another in this relationship, or whatever the situation is? You have the 5 of Swords, and you have the 4 of Wands. Again, that downward numerical progression. I do think that you are, like I said, waiting for whoever this is to kind of catch up with you. And then last, what are the messages that we can receive concerning your future together? So what messages do each of you need to hear concerning your future with each other? You have the Four of Swords, wow, and the Three of Swords. Okay. Um, you heard me shuffle. I was definitely shuffling these cards, but they did come out really close together, and that's kind of interesting. I do think that when you get a lot of cards in the same suit, it tends to mean to me, especially here with the swords, that you're kind of more thoughtful than the person you're with. They're a little bit more kind of spread out. But your thoughts on each other with this Nine of Coins, what you feel is that this person is a stable source for you. There's someone who, maybe comes and takes care of you a lot. There's someone who makes you feel comfortable. They make you feel safe. They make you feel like, you're okay with this person. You're like in a place where you're content, where you are safe, you're protected. You don't think that they would ever like actively hurt you or do anything that could cause you some sort of pain or drama. They wouldn't do that on purpose. They, on the other hand, are looking at you as a guide, as someone who can teach them how to be better, someone who can help them, figure out their life, figure out what they want out of life. Like I said, they're probably going through some sort of big changes, and they're probably not exactly where you are in life, whether that's financially or like mentally, emotionally, maturity, in your maturity. Whatever it is, they're looking to you to be guided. They're looking to you to kind of help them along on their path. And because you feel so safe with them, you're probably comfortable being that source of guidance. But what you want from them is maybe a little bit more excitement. You maybe want them to be a little bit more communicative. You want them to be a little bit more open to having fun with you, to trying new things, to just bringing more excitement, more passion, kind of more life into your relationship or into your situation. If you're not in a relationship with this person, you really just want them to come and like talk to you. Like even if they're your friends, you want more from them. You want something that is more exciting. You want more passion, more fun. And right now you're not getting that. So right now where you're feeling is like you're just kind of, you don't think this is gonna work out. Even though they feel safe, even though they make you feel comfortable and joyful, you're not really sure that that you're compatible, that they are necessarily right for you. Okay? They want from you, they want more passion as well, but I think they want you to put in a little bit more effort into pursuing them or into pursuing this relationship. If like it's a sexual thing, maybe they just want you to make the first move because they're feeling kind of shy. Like I said, they're looking at you like you're the authority, like you're the one who can tell them what to do. So while you're kind of upset or annoyed that they're not taking those steps to come at you to like give you that passion and that excitement that you want, that kind of change, that drama, that fun that you want, they're kind of waiting on you for the same thing, but they're not like frustrated about it. Like you're kind of frustrated. You're like, yo, I'm giving you all these signals, I'm giving you all these signs, take the bait. And they aren't seeing it at all. Like it's just kind of going over their head, and they're just kind of like, well, if you want me, you'll tell me. Like if you want something with me, you'll call me, right? So that's kind of what you're both wanting from each other. They want you to make the first move, you want them to make any move, and it's kind of, you're facing a little bit of a stagnation, okay? And then we have your messages. So we have the Four of Swords and we have the Three of Swords. So with the Four of Swords, I think it is asking you to kind of just chill out, like let them move at their own pace. If you really want something to happen, then you do have that ability to kind of step out and say, this is what I need. This is what is going to help me move forward. But for the most part, everything is totally fine. There's nothing for you to really stress out about, even though you are in this point where you're kind of wanting more from them and you're not seeing it. There's nothing for you to really just kind of be upset about. Like, just chill, relax, know that they are going to do things on their own time and they will make some sort of effort. Here with their message, with the Three of Swords, they may be worried that you're gonna be dealing with some sort of a misunderstanding that, maybe there are mixed messages. Maybe the signals you think you're putting out aren't reaching them. Because, like I said, it's kind of going over their head. And the way they're feeling right now is that you don't really care, or you don't really want them the way they want you. So they're kind of in this kind of hidden, sort of fearful, sort of standoffish, stand back way, mainly because they're waiting for you to take the lead and guide them, and you are waiting for them to just do a little bit more. They, like I said, they make you feel safe and stable, but they may not make you feel excited. And that's just because they're just kind of chill. They're just kind of waiting for you. They're not in any hurry. They're going through these changes, but they're waiting for you to tell them how to do things. But if you don't make a move, they might be worried that you don't really feel the same way about them. They may even want to go find someone else. Since we have this Three of Swords here, they may be like, okay, you don't really like me. I've tried. I've given you signals, even if you may have missed those signals or they didn't give you the right kind of signals. So I'm going to go see if I can date this other person. So really speak up, because you are in a safe place where you can tell them what you want. You can tell them what you desire, and they're going to respond in kind. So they're kind of waiting for you to take the lead. All right? That is your Valentine's Day message. I do hope you enjoyed this. Have a beautiful, wonderful, and amazing night and an amazing week. And I will see you tomorrow. Remember always that I love you. Bye.